Yo, what up? It's Ray J. Australia, stand up. You know? Let's go.
Take it to the Momo. You can bring a friend or you can ride solo. Let me get my camera so
You know what time it is? You know who it is. Ray J, Trippa Mc. Kings, baby. Salute.
Alright, first time I met Ray J, Mr. Sexy Can I. Look, he's an awesome guy. I was working for Scott Ferris at the time and I was driver. Again, and I had an opportunity previously with Chris Brown, his crew, and Chinny as well. So Ray J was the next artist that I was driving around. And he was getting toured by a guy. I also met a guy called DB from Delta Bravo touring. So he's an interesting character, you know. Did a lot of work with him as well in the past. Like, it's the first time I met him, but I still do a lot of work with him now. Yeah, just awesome experience. When I first met him, a little funny thing that happened was that my partner was pregnant at the time with our daughter, and she was a massive Ray J fan, like massive Ray J fan, always played his songs, think he's good looking, whatever. I, on the other hand, I'm a massive Kim fan, so, you know, I was just like a bit standoffish. I was like, oh man, you know, like, that's my girl, man, that's my wifey, and I've seen that video, bro, and nah, look, it was all good, but when I picked him up, he really partied hard. I believe it was a Sydney marquee. He partied really, really hard. So when I picked him up, he was passed out. He jumped in the car and he was absolutely gone. He was passed out. We got to the hotel and one-way streets got the better of me. That's another embarrassing thing that happened. Is that back then I didn't really know the city that much. So one streets caught me out and Scott was a bit embarrassed. He was like, come on, Trip, what the hell? Step your game up. So that's one thing I learned over the years is to go down one-way streets the right way. So I did that with Ray J and the crew in the car, and also we just left the airport and I went to move over and I was a bit distracted because I get really uptight when these guys are in there for the first few minutes, and then I'm just like, all relaxed again. But I went to change lanes and there was actually a car, so I did and they're like, oh, are you alright? And I was like, oh.
Really died. Trippa can't drive. He needs to stay in his lane.
But anyway, we got to the hotel, and they were all checking in. Everyone was there, and I was talking to my partner, and she was like, "Oh my God, is he in the car?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's in the car." And I was being silly, and I made a Facebook status, and I was like, "Oh, I've just got Ray J and passed out in the car. Should I take a selfie with me and him?" And then, which I did do. First time I'll admit it, I did do it. And I sent it to my partner and stuff like that. But then the promoter, Scott Ferris, commented it. And he was just like, dude, you're not serious. Like, I was scared as. I straight away deleted the photos. I deleted the conversation between me and my partner who I sent the photos to. But the whole time he was just passed out the back. So, he was, you know, we were there celebrating Magic City's 4th birthday. Later on that night, I went and picked him back up and haha, he was awake. He slept everything off, and it was really cool. We had like a real cool conversation. When it was just me and him in the van, we were already at Magic City at that stage, and everyone else was out. He was talking to me about what he was doing, you know, the previous night playing up. But he was a really good dude. I just got a cool vibe from him. He was a good dude. He's easy to talk to. I really enjoyed it, you know, it was a good conversation.
Yo, what up? It's Ray J. We at Magic City celebrating the 4th. Happy 4th. We're about to go set it off. Brisbane, what up? Straight from LA.
So then when he performed, absolutely smashed it. You know, he did a good job, and he hung around for quite a while too, which was it was a good experience, you know, hanging out with Ray J. Like, it's Ray J, you know. He performed his hit single at that stage. No, he did not. He just made a joke, you know, about who hit it first, and then the song played. And he walked off stage. He later on then told me that he's never actually going to perform that song. It's always going to be a walk-off song that he's just always going to do. So, but I mean, we had so much banter. He was an awesome guy. Like, about Kim, like he was telling me the stories about her, and we just had, you know. So then we finished the show off, and it was time to go back to the hotel. And girls just love Ray J. I don't know if it's because they can Google him or what, but or if he's just that good looking of a guy, but girls are just hanging off him left, right and centre. So it got to the stage where I was driving and the car was the van was overpacked of girls, and I said, look, I cannot fit any more girls in here. I'm already a few over. I'm going to have to do 2 trips. So dropped them off at the hotel. That's another story there. But in the morning I went and picked him up and we went to Culture Kings. Shout out to Simon from Culture Kings. He always looks after the artists there.
Hey, all the way from LA. Culture Kings, what up? Australia, what up? We here. Let's go. Woo.
So I took him there, and it was good, you know. There was a lot of people got photos with him. He was real casual. He was real chilled out. He had that persona about him that he's someone, but he didn't have that diviness about him, you know. He was good. Anyone that wanted a photo with him, Ray J got a photo with him. There, whose phone went flat actually. So I said, look man, why don't I take a photo for you and I'll send it to you. And he was ecstatic. Whether he knew who Ray J was, I'm not even too sure because he was a pretty young kid. But anyway, I took the photo, and since that day he was texting me because Ray J had this Culture Kings beanie, and you can't apparently buy Culture Kings beanies. So the kid was, that part got a bit weird. I dropped him off at the airport, and he gave me video drops. He gave me vocal shout outs, which I used for my show Urban Love Radio, which I used on 101 FM, and podcasting as well online, which I really appreciate. And then they continued on with their tour. He actually then came back a few days later at Sin City, and you know, it was good. I got to hang out with him there again, and we got talking and stuff like that. So looking after Ray J, I think he's a good dude, you know. I respect him a lot more. He's the type of guy where I was like, oh yeah, it's Ray J. But when I met him, I was like, I got to know him, like he was cool, and he's like, I've seen you post online, you know, you tweet me, you know, Instagram, whatever. Just to have that bit of acknowledgement as well is pretty cool. Never reposted any of my stuff, or whatever. So I think overall, it was a good experience looking after Ray J. You know, we definitely had some good chats and some good insights and things like that. We even spoke about Illuminati stuff, which I was heavily into researching at that stage. So definitely a really awesome, good chat, you know. If I ever look after him again or meet up with him again, you know, I'm sure it'll be happy days. It's always good when you've got an artist that's humble, you know, rather than dealing with a dickhead, basically.
Yo, what up? It's Ray J, Trippa Mc, Australia, stand up. You know, let's go. Yo, what up? It's Ray J, holding it down with my homeboy. You know, we doing it big. Australia, what up? You know, Trippa MC, Ray J, we turning up. It's the Urban Love Radio Show. Let's get it.
Hit it from the front, then I hit it from the back. Know you like it like that. Then we take it to the bed, then we take it to the floor. Then we chill for a second, then we look at it some more. Sexy, can I just pardon my manners? Girl, how you shake it, got a nigga like. It's a cold act moment, let me go and get my camera. All I wanna know is.
What up, little mama? It's your boy Youngin. G5 dipping Louis Vuitton luggage. Ayy, gotta love it. Your boy so fly, and all the ladies go when a nigga go by. Gucci on the feet, Marc Jacob on the thigh. She wanna ride or die with your boy in the shot. That's right. So I let her kiss the prince, her boyfriend. She ain't missed him since.
Sexy, can I just pardon my manners? Girl, how you shake it, got a nigga like. It's a cold act moment, let me go and get my camera. All I wanna know is sexy, can I keep it on the low? Got a girl at the crib, we can take it to the Momo. You can bring a friend or you can ride solo. Let me get my camera so we can take a photo.